I'm live. Grateful day. Welcome to the 97th episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast with your host, Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter. I empower professional entrepreneurs to overcome toxic environments and self-doubt, that is, to take decisive action, lead boldly in identity, to persevere, all anchored in faith. Before we dive into today's episode, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Faith Forward Fearlessly Podcast by Jenée Hudson, where you can watch and like and even share every episode. The link is in the bio, as well as it will be in the caption of this episode. All right, time for the t-shirt. Today's t-shirt simply says, faith over fear. You know, this t-shirt is a reminder of a statement about a unique and inspiring individual that reads, "This person has fought 1,000 battles and is still rising, has cried 1,000 tears and still smiling, has felt broken and been betrayed, but still walks proud. This person is a beautiful and intelligent person. This person is humble. This person is me. This person is you. We are all this." This is a perfect transition into today's episode and topic called Shaken, Provoked, but Still Rising. The strength faith built in me. Welcome to the podcast. But to start, allow me to share some eye-opening statistics. First, according to a 2024 American Psychological Association APA report, 77% of U.S. adults, some being entrepreneurs like ourselves, have experienced major stress-related symptoms in the past year even. Such anxiety, fatigue, or sleeplessness has been because of this. And yet over 65% said they've developed new coping mechanisms or resilience practices that just simply help them to navigate through their toughest moments. That means that strength is not just born, it's actually built. A second statistic is a LinkedIn workplace confidence study that was in 2024. They found that 58% of professionals believe that adversity played a crucial role in their personal growth and their leadership development, especially after career setbacks, layoffs, or burnout. Because, hardship has become one of the most just powerful training grounds for modern leaders just like us. And then lastly is Gallup's Global Well-Being Index in 2023, which revealed that only 33% of people actually feel like they are thriving in their own daily lives. But the top third shared one common trait, and that was they all practiced daily habits that were rooted in faith, gratitude, and mindful just reflection. Meaning resilience is not actually just an event, it's a lifestyle choice. So now this episode is for anyone who's ever had a reason or a season that where everything that could just fall apart did. That's what this episode is about for the most part. Like, man, you lost a deal, a friendship ended, you questioned your calling, or you found yourself asking, why me? But through all of it, you discovered something powerful, which is being shaken doesn't mean being shattered. Man, you guys, I have to tell myself that all the time. Let me tell you, even today was not a good day. But I had to tell myself that, so I'm just going to move along. So, as I've stated before in some of my podcasts and things like that, faith isn't built in the calm. It's built in the chaos. There's so much chaos going on. We have to keep the faith. I am always telling myself that, you guys. Like, I talk to myself to say, Jenée, keep the faith. And if you've ever felt provoked, you guys, I'm getting sentimental. Look, don't judge me. Today was a bad day, but I am here on this podcast right now. Whew. Today was a bad day. So I'm just showing you guys that you got to keep going. I had a horrible day today. No one knows till now. But it wasn't a good day. Goodness gracious. All right. So, wow. Got to keep going. See me? I'm doing it ugly. I'm crying ugly, you guys. Man. I was going to put this podcast off today because of how I was feeling. But business must go on, right? So here I am. So, where was I? Again, faith is honestly not built in the calm, as you can see. It just kind of, things take over, so you gotta keep the faith and keep persevering. I honestly don't even know how I'm getting through this podcast right now. Anyways, faith helps us to it forces us to rise with a deeper kind of strength. I apologize. Sorry, but not sorry. Let me just say that. Through all these emotions yet again today. Because again, today was not a good day. But faith is just simply designed to develop us, you guys. And it forces us to rise with a deeper kind of strength. The kind that can be taught and not learned per se, but literally just taught through experience. Kind of like I'm experiencing today. This horrible day that I'm having. My first mind told me, Jenée, you need to... Actually, my second mind told me that I needed to not do this podcast today because of what a day it was. But then back to my first mind was like, no, you got to go on. If it ain't, but not for yourself. I'm always telling you guys to just keep doing it for yourself and to push through. But maybe someone else who doesn't know how bad your day was, is going to see you talking on one of your podcasts or as you do as an MC, and they too are going to think about you. Talking to myself. Or they've had a bad day at work, or just whatever is going on, and they too are going to keep going, because they're going to be like, you know what? That girl, that Jenée Hudson, who was an uplifter, she uplifted me even through her toughest times on her podcast when she's just being vulnerable. Who knows or cares what the world's going to think? You got to keep going. So I could not come on here today. And I've been telling you guys to keep going and to persevere and the things like that, because I had a horrible day. I could not be that person. So that's why I'm on here. Didn't think I was going to be crying once again. But now you know I'm just still pushing through. I'm just being clear and honest in this moment, because it was not a good day. Have I said that already 20 times? Because it wasn't. But guess what? I'm here. So I hope that whatever you're going through, you too will just continue to persevere. So back to talking about faith. Man. Today, we're going to simply just talk about what it means, to rise. And this is definitely part of it. All that I'm going through today and all these days, this is part of it. Big time. It's not perfect. This dang sure ain't perfect. Not today. But it's not perfect, but it's purposefully. You know what I mean? So, and mainly after, like, you've been shaken, like I've been shaken, you guys, and provoked. It don't have to be perfect. But, and I know we hear these things where, people say, well, never let them see you cry, or never let them see you sweat, or who cares? Who cares what anybody else thinks or anything? You got to keep going. Again, for yourself. You are the one that's going to see you through. Okay? So just keep going for yourself. So again, today we're going to talk about what it means to rise big time. Okay? And as strength doesn't always roar, you guys, I don't always have strength as an uplifter, but sometimes it whispers, that little bit of strength whispers inside of me, I'm sure inside of you, and it whispers the simple words of, I'm still here. So that's what this podcast is about today. Woo! So, hey. With all that said, let's get started with the 3 giftful gems for you today. All right. So gift number 1 is titled The Power of the Shake. Man, I've been shaking. Today, out of all days, I've really been shaking. But you know what? Being shaken is uncomfortable. I am so uncomfortable right now in these tears, being authentic with you guys. This is not the plan, okay? But it is not uncomfortable. But it's also kind of awakening if you think about it. It exposes the things that you were never meant to rely on. Big time. Never. In a million years, you would have never thought that you would rely on certain things or people and things like that when you're being shaken. But you do it anyways, right? And you just simply keep going despite whatever and against all odds. Again, like I said, I could not be In my opinion, I felt like I would have been a coward not to come on this podcast today, even though I had a horrible day. Because I'm often telling you all to keep going. So that's why I'm here, to even show you that me, the uplifter who many of you look up to, see inspiring and all of that, have bad days. But you got to keep going. Again, I didn't think it was going to be with tears. So again, sorry, but not sorry. You just got to feel that way. You just got to think that way. You just got to know who you are, despite what others might say. You know, this reminds me, as a matter of fact, while I'm talking about this whole power of the shake, of Pastor Sarah, who was Robert Jakes, how she literally was giving a sermon on stage, you guys. And she had on her wig. She had on a wig in front of millions of people, you guys. And she was just giving the sermon and preaching, and her wig slid off. And people were trying to tell her, like, giving her gestures like, Sarah, her whole wig came off on just national everywhere. You know she's huge. That's TD Jake's daughter, you guys. Wow. Talk about feeling humiliated and just, oh my gosh. She kept going because she was like, you know what? Who cares? Who cares what anybody thinks? And who's at me and trying to bring me down or whatever, what they're going to say. They're going to make memes about me and things like that. She kept going. So that's why I came on today. And even throughout the tears and all that stuff, I am still going. Period. I don't know if I could have did what she did, but maybe. So I just tell you guys, that's what we got to do. That's as entrepreneurs along your journey and your 9 to 5s. As a mother, as a father, as a parent, whatever, keep going. Even in the power of feeling like you're being shaken. You know what I mean? Just keep going. You listen back to this podcast and you be like, dang it, I'm having a bad day like Jenée was. Let me keep going. Let me not stop. Let me not quit. Do not quit on yourself. Another reason why I kept going. Yes, because you guys look forward to seeing me and I appreciate you being on here. But darn it, I had to keep going for myself as well. I am not a quitter, and nor are you all. So think about that. Think about me. Think about my tears. Like even what I'm going through right now and having my bad day, and I'm still persevering and doing this podcast. What? Because this is what I live to do. I live to come and bring these gems for you all, as well as to continue to follow for myself, to persevere with the businesses that I've built and that put so much time and money and tears and heartache and just thievery. There have been people who've stolen from me big time, big money, and I am still here. So you too, just think about that when you have a moment, because unfortunately, you know I like to give the hard truth. You will, but you too can get through this. All right. Think about, it might have something to do with like maybe that business deal that you thought was your breakthrough, but it collapsed. You guys, maybe a partnership fell apart, or maybe someone you trusted. And this is my case a couple of times, turn their back on you. Those moments do not define you. They sure the heck don't define me. Not at all. They actually refine you. That's what they do. And I am learning all this the hard way, but man, it's going to do nothing but make me stronger in wisdom and in wealth in the end. So that's a great thing, right? When life shakes you, don't rush to fix it. that's where I went wrong as well. Probably why I didn't have such a good day today and I'm in tears all of a sudden. But just pause and evaluate what's being revealed. That's what you do. All right. Ask yourself, what in this moment is trying to teach me about myself, or about that business partner who just, I don't know, went crazy or crooked or whatever you want to call it. Or what is it that this moment and that I'm learning, what is it like helping me to release even, show yourself some grace, whatever you going through though. All right. Because, sometimes, man, the shake isn't to destroy you. And this is how I'm trying to treat this day that was a horrible day, you guys. But it's not meant to destroy you, not at all. It's simply just to detach you from what's been holding you back. So this horrible day that I was having today, it wasn't to destroy me. It's to help me to even, proceed and persevere like I've been doing, So as I always say, the devil is a lie. And with that, I like to give actionable steps. So to assist you even in that particular area for that gift and gem number 1 that we're talking about, hopefully this will assist you to move forward. It's very simple things, you guys, but it will help. All right. So first, if you use something that I use, it's called a reflection journal, or apps like Stoic or MindNote to actually process your emotions and simply identify those patterns of how you respond to pressure. You guys, I actually did use some of that today, but didn't know I was going to show up in tears today either. Okay. But they do work. They do work, because I couldn't have kept going today if I hadn't even utilized some of these tools that I'm telling you. So each week with these particular tools, write down just a simple moment. Today was a bad day for me, so I will be utilizing this one for sure with this tool, but that actually shook you. And you want to write down what it actually taught you. I'm definitely going to be doing that today for my unfortunate day today. And then secondly, for this one, schedule a weekly block in your calendar to just review your what I call a shake it list. Just, you can call it what you want, but just do it. All right. Use a template like Notion. You guys, Notion is so helpful in your business, in your daily grind, whatever you're doing. All right. Or Google Docs. I actually use Google Docs the most because it's just more helpful for me. With headings, you want to put headings like moment, lesson, action, and you want a release one. All right. And doing this, you guys, is going to simply build rhythm around what often you feel buried in. All right. So just take it from me, who's again being very emotional yet again today, to do some of these things. It's going to help. And then lastly, with this first gem, you can also join other communities, like a Resilient Leaders Network on LinkedIn. That's a good one. Because that's where professionals share real-time lessons of overcoming career turbulence and finding clarity in change, because that's what it mostly is. It's just us going through a bunch of change. Some change is good, some is indifferent, and some is not so good, but you can get through it all. I mean, if I can get through it, you guys, I know you can too. All right. All right. So gift number 2. Gift number 2 is titled The Power of Being Provoked. And woo, I just pray the tears don't come back down after talking about this one. Man. All right. So when you're provoked by people, challenges, or circumstances, you guys, man, it can like either push you towards growth or it can pull you towards bitterness. All right. And let me tell you, even with my bad day today, the devil is a lie. I will not be pulled towards that bitterness. No, not happening. Negative, as I always like to say. But listen, the difference, honestly, you guys, it lies in your perspective. That's where it lies. Being provoked, it isn't about like confrontation. Heck, you guys, I've got 20 plus years of human resources expertise on an executive staff level at what I call the good old boys club, as many of you know, right? I was the only Black, I was the only female running this $1 million company, okay? Literally taking on and conducting 4 different roles while running this company, traveling to 16 different sites with 800 plus employees, both salaried and hourly, you guys. Talk about confrontation, all these different personalities. Man, it's not about the confrontation. Let me just say that again with what I just told you. All right. It's about, and I had to learn this, it's about activation. That's what it's about. You know, I'm all about doing things and putting things to action and not just talking about it. Because anybody can talk a good talk, anybody, but they cannot walk a good walk. They cannot put action where action needs to be put, which is what I know we all can do to win. Right? Because you know I'm very big on, I know we all can win. We just got to do it together. Sometimes you do it, yeah, you feel alone. I know I do, even with accountability partners. But that's when you cling on to your faith, you guys, and you just take hold of what's within you. You know what I mean? And know that you're deserving of more and that you too can do it. And you can keep pushing because in the end, you guys, it's going to be so much better. These bad days that I'm having, I know, unfortunately, because we're all human, we're going to have them, but they'll get better. It's going to get better. And then what would you rather have? Negativity? Let me bring the hand up. Negativity or positivity. You know what I mean? So just keep that into mind and things. It's honestly a wake-up call, you guys. It's a wake-up call to rise above like comfort and to choose discipline over distraction. I haven't been nothing but distracted all day today because of the bad day. I've been distracted. So I have to rise above that in order to keep going, you know, and you too can do the same. I mean, think about it. How many times have you been pushed to the next level because someone doubted you, overlooked you, or even tried to count you out? You guys. That frustration you feel, that's not anger. These tears I'm feeling is not anger. It's not anger. Honestly, it's energy. It's energy. Energy that can be challenged and channeled, you guys, into building something better, something smarter. and just simply more sustainable, So you guys, I love to give you different gems to help even in this area. So I'm doing this. The tears are still coming, but I appreciate you still being here. So here are some actionable steps to assist you in all that I just talked about and this particular area. First, you guys, what helped me, and I know will help you, is to visit like podcasts like School of Greatness. You guys, this is a really good podcast. It's by Lewis Howes. Or you can visit A Diary of a CEO. So helpful, you guys. And that's by Stephen Bartlett. Man, you guys, these resources have been so very helpful to me. They like share stories of like individuals who used to be provoked. And so, of course, it really got to me. As this whole podcast is getting to me, it seems from the beginning. It helps you not to like so much be thinking about the fact that you were provoked, but how to actually now just pivot is what it helps you with going to those particular podcasts. All right. You can also look at books like, it's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. That book shows you how pressure becomes pretty much power, which we all need, especially in society today. Man, the mental is real out here. So check out that book to get some assistance with that. And then next, take it like a step further even, by like investing in continuous learnings that simply just align with your goals. All right. That's what I suggest. Platforms like Coursera is a good platform, and Masterclass, because they offer like affordable courses, you guys, because trust me, I know the grind out here trying to like build yourself up when it comes to not having the necessary funds and things like that for it. So again, as I even tell my kids, utilize your tools. Start where you're at and with what you have. You know what I mean? Take these freebies or the ones that have like these discounts and stuff to help you get to the next level, because it's only going to help you versus hurt you. All right. They're very affordable, so check them out. I'm not selling them for them, just so you know. They don't even know me from Eve, just so you know. But they're very helpful, and I'm out here trying to help somebody. So it's also going to help with like that mindset mastery, which boy, do I always need help with that. And just that strategic growth that we all need, right? Which are like skills that help to tune, like they turn your lessons actually into leadership tools as well. So it's going to help you within your business, like I said, on your 9 to 5, if you still have that, or simply just along your journey and dream, whatever that may be. All right. And then finally, there's a form. It's called a Provoked pact. Do this with like another entrepreneur or a business partner or just someone that you trust. And when one of you feels provoked, the other is going to send a prompt or a challenge to turn that actual energy into a micro action. You guys, this is a very powerful tool. All right. But you want to do it within 24 hours. even if it's a small, like 10 minutes of planning, it could be a post, just one post. It could be even one email. Just make sure that you do it and follow up. All right. This keeps like being provoked from just festering, and it kind of like redirects into like emotion versus like keeping you down. Trust me, I've been there and I've used it, and boy, was it just uplifting, because I needed that. Because I always tell you, even the uplifter myself needs uplifted. All right. Okay. So last but not least is gift number 3. And gift number 3 is titled The Power of Rising. What do I mean by that? Well, rising doesn't mean like everything is fixed, by no means. It means you're simply just choosing to keep moving, even when it's messy, you guys. It's all about like resilience, the ability to rebuild, to reimagine, and to just reignite yourself, even when the story or your journey, it's just, even when it goes wrong or is not planned. That's what it's all about, right? So maybe you're like actually in like a session where the wins feel smaller. We have those moments. Or the road feels longer. We have those moments. I know I do. And the support feels lighter, right? But I promise you guys, you are not behind. No, you're not behind, even though you feel these things. I know, even though I'm having a moment today and it was not a good day. And unfortunately, because of what it was, it's not going to be good tomorrow either, unfortunately. But guess what? I'm not going to let that keep me down. And you shouldn't either. All right. Like every detour is like it's like redirecting you towards like a version of yourself that's like wiser, calmer, and more grounded, you guys, in faith and in truth. All right. Take it from me. I've had to experience this very often this year. So that's all I can say is just take it from me. Been there, done that. And as you can see, even through the tears today, still sometimes going through it, But for this particular gem that I gave you, number 3, I've got some actionable steps for you because I'm all about action. So here's some actionable steps that'll help you in this area. Number 1 is to simply just utilize like modern tools like the Mood Meter app from Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, you guys, to simply help you name what you're feeling, because sometimes we don't always know, and then to respond with intention instead of just reaction, because that's not a good look to just react on certain things that take place along your journey or in your business. All right. Also, and I've shared this with you before. So this is a very important one. Start by like creating your own boundaries blueprint. I call it that myself for my own. So you too can use that term. But you want to use like digital tools like Notion. You guys, Notion, like I said, is very, very big. That's why I keep mentioning it. Or Trello, if you never use that. And because those things are going to help you to like map out what truly deserves your time. You guys, this is so helpful. It's going to help you to develop what deserves your time, your energy, and your focus. Big time. If you feel like you're all over the place, utilize these tools. It's going to help you. And it's going to help you to see what doesn't help you in your business, along your journey, on your 9 to 5. All right. For me, that was huge because I had so many like irons in the fire. I was all over the place. So using these particular like tools and things like that have helped me tremendously to cut back on the things that did not help me to grow. So check it out. Another thing that you can do for this last gem is to incorporate movement as like a form of healing, you guys. Whether it's yoga sessions, I know it might sound funny, but yoga sessions like through aloe moves, that's what it's called, by the way, to strength training. You can do some strength training or even just like mindful walks, you guys. Again, the mental is real out here for us all, right? And then just simply use things to help you like release tension. That's the bottom line for the most part. You want things that's going to release tension from your body. For me personally, it's Zumba. You guys, that is helpful. Or it's my ballroom dancing. I like to do my little ballroom dancing and twirling and things like that. That is a huge stress reliever for me personally. So whatever helps you, do it. And don't let nobody talk you out of it, all right? And listen, when your spirit needs like that refueling, spend time in like short devotionals, you guys, through like the YouVersion Bible app. That's very helpful. Or listen to like audio devotionals from like the Daily Grace CEO. That's very helpful. And then lastly, for number 3, and for those who just prefer like that self-guided development, I'm part of that group as well, by the way. There is a book called The Resilience Factor by Karen Revick and Andrew Chate. All right. It proves like research-based techniques for training your actual brain, you guys, to think like more flexibility and optimistically in times of challenges, which we all have, right? So check that book out. It's very helpful. All right. Thank you guys. I am so thankful to you for just being on here with me through my vulnerabilities. It was like majority of this podcast was like that. Oh my goodness. Sorry, but not sorry. Because I know that even in the beginning, if you missed things, you're going to go back. You're going to share it. Hey, I don't care. Share my tears with somebody else. It is what it is. Maybe it'll help somebody else. Somebody who needs to hear it, you know? I wasn't on here for just no reason. I know God had me on here in a divine manner and purpose today. Just to help somebody else out there. So might be a friend of yours, might be a family member. You guys, it might even be a foe. Might be someone that you don't even like today. All right. Share it anyways. Be the bigger person. All right. So that concludes all the amazing gifts from today's episode. Again, if you missed the beginning, yes, there's more tears, but guess what? Check it out anyways. It might just help you today. All right. But remember, you guys, honestly, being shaken, it doesn't mean that you're weak. All right. These tears are not weak tears. Know that. All right. It's just going to simply just like, it helps you to get through all those provoked days. And it doesn't mean that you're failing either. Know that. All right. It means that you're simply just growing. You're growing just like me into that strength. All the challenges that I'm faced with, the bad day that I had today, this stuff is really strengthening me, believe it or not. And I'm saying that out loud because I know I'm me too. I'm going to need to go back to my own podcast and be like, hear that again, Jenée. For real. All right. But honestly, it just means that you're growing into that strength big time. And with whatever you're going through, and whatever's awaiting inside of you all along, it's just going to help you even more the better. All right. Also, remember that any disruption, you guys, that we come in contact with every disappointment, because people are going to disappoint you all your life. Know that. It might not be on purpose, but it's going to happen. You know, like I said on this podcast, I keep it real. I'm not about to be cushiony with you. None of that. I just keep it real. All right. Every detour, you guys, that like we face has been preparing us for the greater version of ourselves. That's what it's doing. All them tears earlier on this podcast, it is preparing me to get through the next challenge even better. I know it is. And I know the same things are going on for you with whatever you're going through. I don't even know what it is, but I know it is, right? So next time, honestly, that you feel like life's shaking you, don't fight it. Don't fight it at all right? Flow with it. Do that. When it provokes you, don't just like retreat. Rise through it. All right? Because your journey, it isn't about like what broke you. Those tears today, it's not what broke me today. It's about how you like built yourself back stronger from it all. And I know that's what it is for me as well. All right. So you guys, as always, you are so very much appreciated. You know, you guys rock with me even through the tears. And I appreciate you to the fullest for that. Right here, for real, all of you. Man. So thank you for tuning into this 97th episode of the Faith Forward Fearlessly podcast, you guys. With me, Jenée Hudson, the Uplifter. Please continue to follow and share. Please don't forget to share. For more ongoing and actionable and inspiring content, go back. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's on there as well. And until next time, keep the faith. Have many blessed days and a prosperous journey on purpose. Later.